Football Focus exclusive Arsenal breaking news. Martin Odegaard returns. Eze changes roles again. Arsenal predicted 11 versus Newcastle United. Subscribe to our channel to get daily Arsenal FC breaking news and analysis through voice. Listen to the news and let us know what kind of news you want in the comments. Let's get started. Arsenal supporters are braced for one of the most intriguing lineups of the season as Mikel Arteta prepares to welcome Newcastle United to the Emirates in a fixture that could shape the narrative of the Premier League campaign. The return of Martin Odegaard to the heart of midfield offers the Gunners a sense of balance and authority they have been missing, while the ongoing tactical experimentation with Eberechi Eze signals Arteta's refusal to stand still in pursuit of perfection. With the title race tightening and every point carrying weight, the predicted 11 for Arsenal against Eddie Howe's disciplined Magpies is more than just a team sheet. It is a declaration of intent. Odegaard's comeback instantly transforms Arsenal's rhythm. The Norwegian captain's absence has been felt deeply, not only in the passing lanes but in the emotional pulse of the side. Declan Rice has shouldered the burden admirably, driving the midfield with energy and presence, but Odegaard's ability to thread a defense-splitting pass or orchestrate the press has been irreplaceable. His reintroduction ensures Arsenal rediscover their sense of control and possession, and his partnership with Rice and Eze could become the defining trio for the weeks ahead. Eberechi Eze's evolving role is perhaps the most fascinating subplot. Signed with the vision of offering dynamism and flair in the final third, Eze has gradually morphed into a flexible tactical asset for Arteta, sometimes operating as an advanced midfielder, at other times drifting into wide areas or dropping deeper to facilitate transitions. He is embodying the kind of positional fluidity the manager craves. Against Newcastle, whose defensive structure thrives on closing space centrally, Eze could be tasked with roaming between the lines to unpick gaps and drag markers into uncomfortable zones. His ability to beat a man one-on-one and then release a quick pass makes him a potential game-breaker. Bukayo Saka is expected to take his familiar role on the right, continuing to shoulder responsibility as Arsenal's most consistent attacking threat. Though carrying the burden of expectation week after week, Saka thrives on the big occasion. Facing Newcastle's combative backline, his duel with Dan Burn promises to be decisive. Burn's physicality is no secret, but Saka's acceleration and quick changes of direction often expose his lack of mobility. With Odegaard feeding him from midfield, Saka could find himself in prime positions to supply or score. On the left, Gabriel Martinelli's explosiveness remains vital. His season has carried patches of inconsistency, but when fully dialed in, he is a nightmare for fullbacks. Against Kieran Trippier, Martinelli's pace is likely to force the Newcastle captain onto the back foot, limiting his famed deliveries into the box. Arteta will hope Martinelli times his runs behind Newcastle's high defensive line, particularly if Odegaard and Eze can combine to feed him at the right moments. At the tip of the attack, Viktor Gyökeres is tipped to retain his place. Since arriving, the Swedish striker has injected Arsenal with a robust, goal-hungry presence in the penalty area. Unlike Gabriel Jesus, who drifts wide and facilitates build-up, Gyökeres thrives on occupying central defenders and attacking crosses with aggression. Against a Magpies side that prides itself on aerial dominance, his battle with Sven Botman and Fabian Schär will be brutal, but his willingness to fight for every ball could tilt the balance Arsenal's way. The midfield pivot of Rice and Odegaard will be augmented by Eze's fluidity. Rice, sitting deepest, must shield the defense against Newcastle's direct transitions. Bruno Guimaraes will look to dictate for the visitors, and Rice's duel with the Brazilian could decide which team establishes territorial superiority. With Odegaard recycling possession and Eze probing in advanced areas, the Gunners have the blend of control and creativity required to dismantle Howe's stubborn setup. Defensively, Arsenal are expected to line up with William Saliba and Gabriel Magalhaes at centre-back, a pairing that has grown into one of Europe's most reliable. Their chemistry, aerial strength, and ability to step into midfield make them an ideal base. Against Newcastle's powerful forward line, which may feature Alexander Isak or Callum Wilson, both defenders must remain sharp to deny runs in behind while also handling physical duels in the box. At fullback, Ben White on the right and Alexander Zinchenko on the left appear the likeliest options. White's consistency and defensive nous will be crucial against the pace of Anthony Gordon, while his link-up play with Saka provides a reliable outlet. Zinchenko, meanwhile, offers the inverted fullback role Arteta cherishes, stepping into midfield to create overloads. Though his defensive lapses have occasionally been costly, his ability to create angles and help Arsenal dominate possession outweighs the risks in games like these. Between the posts, David Raya is expected to retain the gloves. His distribution, composure, and shot-stopping have given Arsenal an edge in tight matches. Against Newcastle, where long-range efforts and set pieces could be a major weapon, Raya's command of his area and communication with his defenders will be pivotal. Newcastle's intensity, pressing, and aerial threat mean Arsenal can't afford lapses. Eddie Howe's side thrive on disrupting rhythm and capitalizing on second balls, so Arteta's emphasis on control and quick circulation will be non-negotiable. With Odegaard orchestrating, Rice covering, and Eze adding unpredictability, Arsenal's midfield could prove the difference maker. The predicted 11 signals a blend of trusted leaders and bold tactical tweaks, exactly the formula required to keep pace in a title race brimming with fine margins. What stands out is the balance Arteta now has at his disposal. The return of his captain allows him to release Eze into freer roles, knowing the structure behind him is sound. The front line brims with pace, creativity, and clinical finishing, while the back four carries resilience and composure. Against a Newcastle side that rarely yields easily, Arsenal's predicted 11 is built for control, penetration, and relentless pressure. Supporters will sense that this selection is not just about this match, but about building momentum for the weeks to come, where every lineup choice carries the weight of a season's ambition. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our Football Focus YouTube channel for more update news.